helpful metaphor to use when we think about tablets, smartphones and iPads is to think of them as new playgrounds in our pockets for children and adults alike. There are many different activities children can engage in, many skills they can practice.
Once upon a time there was a kind and helpful little girl called Little Red Riding Hood. She lived with her mother in a cottage at the edge of a forest. Soon the basket was packed and Little Red Riding Hood was ready to go on her way. As she was leaving, her mother gave her a warning. What do you think that might be? It says swipe to make me go faster.
The new creative value iPads and tablets bring is that they are multimedia, that they allow for authoring of new content, not just consuming and receiving content, and sharing what children produce.
Yay! I think we did it.
So parents can help guide children's choices of the different texts that they read with them, just like you would with a printed physical book, but with some modifications to their style and of course depending on the book that they read together.
Would you like to choose one for yourself? Oh, that's all of them. So if you press the other arrow and go back, that's Mummy's. Who should Mummy be? Quite like the one with the beard. So I'm going to kind of continue with the story. Are you just going to press all the buttons? Okay. Did you hear funny noises?
Not me.
No, me neither. Apparently you meant to have heard funny noises. So you can do it again.
Why don't we read a nice story for B? Do you think she would like to read Red Riding Hood?
Yeah.
No, don't be scared of the wolf, B. We'll look after you. What was that? So let the adventure begin.
Parents, teachers, primary caregivers, they would know best what works for their children. And there's also quite a lot of help that is available to them. There are some recently published books about digital reading and literacy, where parents, teachers, professionals can learn about the latest trends, practice and research. Then there are many websites where parents and professionals can find reviews of children's apps and digital books. I mean, my favorite books are those where both the parent and the child are co-authoring the story together. So the child can insert their own pictures into the story, or they can include their own voiceover. And the digital format encourages experimentation with languages, whether this is through adding your own texts. Parents can record their own stories in their native languages. So whether you are a native speaker or perhaps a multilingual, as I am, digital books can be great for practicing languages. So I would say to parents, do read with your child, regardless of the format, be there with the child. Often with digital media, we adults, we assume that because there is some embedded feedback and support within the digital device, within the digital book, that the child doesn't need us. But actually, we do know from many studies with digital books, but also TV or video learning and other digital media, that the adult's presence is crucial for the child's learning and long-term enjoyment.